Mo Lewis, that man,
Lewis.
and he has it's something that you got to do for him because he changed football for 20 years.
He deserves some kind of. He definitely deserves a ring for 01, at least. He definitely deserves a ring for 01. Shout out to Mo Lewis. Change the game, man. Change the game. Yeah.
This is taking forever. Yeah, I can't figure out who owes what. Wait, what's this? The plug card? Instantly?
Yes.
No more chasing money.
What's going on, everybody? What is going on? It is Tuesday, August 4th.
August Tuesday.
August Tuesday. That's going to be a character in a movie. Write that down. Let me write that down. But it is Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. And you have just joined, if you haven't already joined, and thank you for waiting on us. The Not Just Another Sports Show, a.k.a. No Jazz Show. Welcome, everybody, to the... Can I give you my government name? Absolutely not. I kind of give it to you when I tell you to join us live. And hopefully you are joining us live on Twitch. I think the Kick is up because we do have a Kick account. So we live on Twitch, we live on Kick, live streaming. I hope that mosquito don't bite me. My door might be. But at any rate, we are live streaming. And you can also find us on Facebook Live on our page. Okay.
Look, you and that mosquito gonna be fighting all night.
Man, I'm here to tell you, boy. Hey, man, he must want a title fight. He or she must want a title fight with me. But anyway, you can find us. You think it's a she?
It's a she because female mosquitoes are the only ones that bite.
I can see that.
Yeah, so no, we're gonna leave that right there. But hey,
I thought you were gonna get into the part where they suck your blood. But you know. But at any rate, live on Kick and live on Twitch at GMP Media Group. Please join us there. We are live. Hopefully we are live on our TikTok. I've been playing around with this thing for a week. And hopefully we're live on that. But if not, you know what I'm saying, we'll figure it out and give you some of our shorts throughout the week. If we make this thing good this week, find us live on our TikTok, at NoJASSShow, NoJASSSShow, live on YouTube, where hopefully you will follow us and subscribe. And thank you all for joining us with that on our YouTube channel at NoJASSSShow. We are live in the locker room. We are live on our Facebook page at Small Caps NoJASSSShow, No Jazz Show, and on our business page Large Caps NoJASSSShow. We are live on Russell Tanker's page at RUSSELLTANKER, and live on my personal page at DUPONTZNIVEK. And I just said I wasn't gonna give it out, but I kind of gave it out. Some of y'all might be smart. But without further ado, we're going to introduce the one and only, the man with the plan. Boy, you was looking good on that AI, boy. I know you saw it.
It works miracles.
Hey, you should have seen it because it's a trip because I asked you to give you some aggressive photos too. Yeah, I got to show them. I'm not going to. Man, you are looking aggressive, but I'm going to send them to you on the back wall. But at any rate, I'm talking to him. You all know him. Tank, tell the people what's up.
People, what's up? What's up?
What's going on? What's going
Glad to
on?
be back here. Glad to be back on No Jazz on another Tuesday. Speaking of Tuesdays, are you one of those people that's big on Taco Tuesday, or you just eat a taco in the day of the week?
You know what? As the New Yorkers would say, pause, because I don't need you giving out my business like that. But I have been known to frequent like little delicatessen on Taco Tuesdays. I really don't like the whole I like the authentic taco places.
Yeah.
I don't like the little fashionable,
Yeah.
taco places that they have where all the kids be going and everybody be going. But there are some good taco restaurants in the city. I'm not gonna give them any props because they haven't paid for it. But yeah, I do go. What about you?
I eat them any day of the week. I mean, because Tuesday comes, I don't have to have one. Some people, that's what they do every week.
What they do?
But I am big on the burrito tacos. I mean,
okay, I'm a fish taco guy.
Those, man, you can't beat those. And we got some
Dip 'em in
places
the
here.
sauce?
We got some places out here that they do an excellent job.
Gotcha.
And like you said, we're not gonna give them any. Not gonna give out their name because they ain't paid for the advertising.
They ain't paid for the advertisement, but you know who has paid for the advertisement? We want to make sure if you do order your tacos on Tuesdays, make sure you order them from LYTESNACK, lightsnack.com for all of your food delivery needs, whether it's lunch, breakfast, or dinner. I should have said that in reverse, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Make sure you order from lightsnack.com. And when you order from lightsnack.com, I don't know if you or if they have tacos on the menu, but I know they do have wings. Make sure you order those Magic City wings and order your batch of fries to go with those Magic City wings. And don't forget their motto. Don't forget to lick the sauce. And if you order those wings, y'all just sitting around lounging and your girl looking good, lounging in her nice little lounge. Well, lost a little light there. Make sure you order her a little something from QUIKVISITS, quickvisits.com for all of your loungewear and lingerie needs. Make sure you go to quickvisits.com. Also, okay, if her hair ain't looking right, make sure you check out and order all of your bundles. They have 3 bundle deals. Make sure you order those bundles from Bliss Brazilian, BILLISS Brazilian.com for all your bundle needs. And back on Taco Tuesdays, if you go to Taco Tuesday and you go with a group of people, make sure you all plugged in and chimed in to vaultaquaticfloatpay.com where you can find the plug card. And on the plug card, that will satisfy all of your needs as far as your payment arrangements are concerned, whether it be a first date, whether it be a group date, whether it be an office luncheon, and you need to split the bill, make sure you go and get you and sign up for that plug card where all of that will be taken care of with the card prior to or at the table. All participating restaurants will let you know that they are participating with the flow card, with plug card, excuse me. Go ahead.
Yeah, and also if it's your first date, and you see things aren't going well, whip out that plug card.
See, it worked like this. She pays escrow up front. You pay escrow up front, and it's all right there in the little bundle. Order up front. All that can happen on the app. Then if it's not going well, she do her half, you do your half. You know what I'm saying? I saw what happened to the is it Anaja or whatever her name is, and the hell of a group of people. That was kind of crazy. They should have used Vault Aquatic Flow Play and used the plug card. But at any rate, just like they say, if she won't go Dutch, she don't mean that much. Now, moving right along, let's get into it. Let's get into it. We have a lot to talk about today. A lot, but a little bit, but a lot. You know what? I kind of want to. Yeah, let's do it. Cause I smell it. I smell the grass. I smell college stadium grass. I smell NFL grass. It's that time of the season. I know Tank nostrils are open. Ready for him some football, man. Are you ready for some football, man?
I've been ready. I was ready
Been
as soon as the
ready.
Super Bowl ended.
Man, you can't, hey, just like they say, February 3rd or whenever they have it, March, can't wait for football. April, can't wait for football. May, can't wait for football. June, can't wait for football. July, can't wait for football. August, you can't wait for football. September, as soon as that dude dropped that ball, I can't believe,
It's already here.
I can't believe he did that. I'm not watching this anymore. That's how they be. That's how they
Yep.
act. That's how they act, man. But our topic on football, because it always begins with the Hall of Fame game.
Yep.
Are you going to the Hall of Fame? Is anybody going in you want to see?
I'm good with Larry Fitzgerald. I want to hear his speech. I think he's probably the second, if not the most deserving out of this group.
Behind
And
Drew
some,
Brees?
yeah,
And Drew Brees?
yeah, and somebody's gonna say, "What the hell you mean behind anybody? What the hell you mean Drew Brees instead of Roger Craig? He the most deserving." And we've talked about Craig before, and the same arguments that you can make for him can also be those same arguments used against him. But
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I like Fitzgerald. I'm looking forward to hearing his speech. I think he's articulate. He was always professional, and hey, it's up for debate. But the list is few. He has either the best or the second best hands in NFL history.
Ooh.
And
And
Chris Carter would tell you that he had the best. But when the man plays 15 years, and only has more tackles than he does drops, that's saying something.
That's saying something.
I think they got him at 29 drops.
Career?
And for people who are wondering a drop, what is really a drop? A drop is defined as a pass that's thrown to you and was catchable. A pass that's thrown to you and it touches this fingertip because it's one of them Kenny Pickett passes or one of those is not considered a drop. But a drop is a catchable pass that you didn't haul in. Yeah, so that's a drop. I mean, Chris Carter wasn't known for dropping them either. What'd you say?
Huh?
Yeah, so Chris wasn't known for dropping them either. Chris was.
And that's gonna be cool, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's gonna be cool because I've gone to Canton for a Hall of Fame game and Hall of Fame inductions, and it's a pretty nice atmosphere.
Yeah.
When that happened, and so I will say this. Oh, okay, I see what that is. Nevertheless, I will say this. I would love to hear. I know it's for Larry. Larry's probably gonna have a lot of people and superstars who normally would be there anyway, but I think he's gonna draw them out tonight. I mean, for that, I think Drew gonna draw them out.
Yeah.
Definitely, probably is gonna be a wide receiver haven. So if you plan on going out there and you like the wide receiver position, this might be your opportunity to go to Cleveland and drive down to Canton. And go check that out.
Yeah. I'm curious as to who is going to be his presenter. because I'm not sure if his dad is still alive or not. But I think it would be interesting. It'd be kind of neat if he had if his dad's not available, if he had two presenters, and those presenters be Chris Carter and Randy Moss, because
and they're gonna be there.
because of the history that they have from helping groom him and working with him when he was in high school, when he was a kid in high school, coming to his games, and Randy Moss for Fitzgerald's senior prom. Randy let him drive his Benz, big body Benz,
Right.
which was $67,000 then, but today it's the equivalent of $100-some-thousand car. He let this kid drive it for his prom. So it'll be interesting. It's gonna be nice to hear those stories about.
Yeah, I want to.
For them.
And they usually bring out some new stories. I want to hear some, nice little other stories. I'm pretty sure his father is no longer with us. Starting out as the ball boy in Minnesota, because as Tank alluded to with that prom, that's how Larry got to drive that car. He was the ball boy for Minnesota at that time, and he was just around what would be or what are now NFL legends, which led to him being an NFL legend himself. Jake Reed probably gonna show up, because his band, the Brothers, will be there, cheering the young man on. I know a lot of receivers that respect Larry. As a matter of fact, a lot of DBs that respect Larry might be out there. And I'm gonna tell you some DBs. I'm gonna tell you some DBs before Larry got to Arizona. All them DBs that was at UM when he used to eat, the Canes alive in Pitt. They need to be out there too. Boy, inventory hold eat.
Yeah, he was a problem. Larry had been a problem from day one.
Boy, he was a problem when he met Miami. Boy, man, I'm talking about all by himself. Larry before crazy.
Who would you give a better hands to, Larry or Chris?
I'm gonna give it to Chris because, and I shouldn't even say only because. I feel like the master deserves his props, and the master being Chris actually helped another gifted player for whom was a rookie develop his hands, and we're not gonna say he had some of the best hands in the NFL, but he didn't have bad hands, and that's Randy Moss. So, Master Splinter Chris, I'm gonna give him a number one for having the best hands, because he put input into those guys to make them who they were. He arguably can say, I'm a Hall of Famer that tutored two Hall of Famers. I don't think a lot of people can say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that might be one of the it is one of the best triangles that you're gonna find.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And all three of them made All-Pro numerous amount of times and were dominant in the league. So I'm going to give it to Chris. Even though, man, I remember this, boy. Chris had some Newmans for MTV special. I was working with the Buccaneers. Chris had some Newman gloves. We went and got him some Newman gloves because he was doing like a little game for the MTV Rock and Jock, whatever it was, for the Super Bowl at that time in Tampa. I wanted them gloves so bad. I wanted them gloves so bad. And I said, Chris, let me get them gloves. That joker looked at me like, boy, you know I'm about to get his gloves one of these chicks. I mean, he didn't say that, but that was his face.
yeah.
Man, I wanted them gloves, boy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Gloves
Yeah.
on Chris Carter hands.
Yeah.
I wanted them gloves, boy. I wanted them gloves. But yeah, that's my little Chris Carter story.
I can hear it in your voice, like, man, you went right back to that day. Man, I want gloves.
I had to use, hey man, I had to use the 72-hour rule on Chris. I was hot.
If you had gotten those gloves,
I still have them today.
Would that be your prized sports memorabilia possession?
It'll be up there. My signed Super Bowl Buccaneers ball.
Okay.
My ring. My Super Bowl ring. It'll be up there.
Yeah.
It'll be up there. Now, I got a drop of sweat from Randy, T.O., and Ray when they shook my hand. And because you know we would wear gear.
Yeah.
And we had an unlimited amount of gear to wear. So when they shook my hand, dropped the sweat or whatever, whatnot, and T.O. was funny with his he did the hey, he did the Mean Joe Green on me, man. You know what I'm saying? But it was cool.
Yeah.
But you know, it was nothing to take the shirt,
Right.
put it in the box. Hey, boy, that thing got Ray sweat on it. That thing got T.O. sweat on it. Yeah, that would have been because of the occasion. Yeah, that would have been rocking. That would have been rocking. I got a few gloves. I got some Keyshawn gloves. A glove. That's up there for me. Cause that was I want to say that was that game. That was probably that San Francisco game. I didn't get a Super Bowl because we couldn't get down there. But anyway, man, that would have been.
They've been up there, yeah.
Especially when he made the Hall of Fame, that would have been up there.
Yeah. Mine would have been. Would have been different sport, a baseball, and and you look at me like baseball. When I was a kid, my dad drove for MARTA, and for those of you who don't know, MARTA is the public transportation system in Atlanta. So I keep it brief. But back then, MARTA used to transport visiting teams to and from the field, to and from their hotel to the to the stadium. So this was 19. Don't be a cop. I think it was 1977 or 78. Anyway, there was a Pittsburgh Pirates in town. He was driving them to or from the stadium, one or the other.
You about to say Willie?
And they asked him, "Hey, Bussy, you want a ball?" This was the We Are Family World Series champion, Pittsburgh Pirates. Oh, he goes, "Yeah, I'll tell you when my son plays." So they gave him a ball, but it wasn't just a ball. He had Willie Stargell, Dave Winfield, and everybody else on that team had signed the ball. So he brought it home, and I was a kid. He brings and gives me the ball and said, look. So he gives it to me. I'm like, I think I was 6 or 7. So I get the ball and I'm like, oh, good. I got something else to play with. So I go out in the yard. And I'm playing with it. as a kid, you can play by yourself. I'm out there playing with the ball. Hey, Russell, come in. It's time for dinner. Ball gets dropped on the grass.
Like a normal ball would.
I eat, take my bath, go to bed, go to school, come home the next day.
Ooh.
It poured down raining that night.
Oh, my God.
And you know what happens to a baseball when it gets soaked? My dad comes home and his friends with him, and he goes, hey, Russell, go get that ball I gave you yesterday. I want to show so-and-so. So I go out, and I'm sure he was confused the fact that I went outside when he said, go get the ball. Man, when I brought that ball in, it was busted wide open. Man, the look of horror on my dad's face. To this day, he would say, I never thought you was going to go out and actually play with that ball. I should have put it up till you got old enough to know what it was. So,
Right.
yeah, that would have been my prized possession just because of the era that it represents.
I just want to tell you, a team signed ball, you said 77, 78?
Yeah, when they won the World Series.
A team signed 1978 Pittsburgh Pirates baseball is generally valued between $125 and $375, depending upon the condition. So, you could have had 300. That's a lot of tacos, man.
Yeah. Now,
so did you all say this was a signed ball? Or you just chunked it like I'm saying like
he explained it, but the ink was all run off. He explained to him what it was because he'd already told them, "Hey, I got an autograph, a signed team ball from the Pirates," and so okay, and and that was that. So needless to say, he never give me another autograph item.
Let me tell you what you need to do. Let me tell you what you need to do. You need to remix that story. And you need to say, you was in the locker room. You signed the ball, but you was in the locker room after they won. And all the champagne sprayed on the ball, and all the autograph got smeared. Because that rain story, man, that's sad.
Yeah, man. But the thing about it, because I wasn't a baseball fan, it didn't do anything to me. It was just a ball for a kid to play with. And, and the moral of that story is little boys are going to always play with balls. Now, so who else are you looking forward to seeing get inducted, if anybody?
That's a great segue off of that sad story. You know what? Due to the recent situation that's going on, and I'm praying for him with Drew Brees, I definitely want to hear his speech. But I also am interested in there's an element of these two where I kind of want to hear them. Adam Vinatieri and Roger Craig. Not just because they're making it, but that's another one. Legend gonna be out there. You know Jerry gonna be out there. Yeah. You know Joe gonna be out there. You know Tom gonna be out there. And I think Randy played with Adam. Yeah. Maybe he did. Yeah. So I just kind of want to hear if they're gonna have some nice little jokes about their contribution into helping those guys become legends, because they wouldn't be lying.
Yeah. Yeah, because Vinatieri kicked a lot of field goals to get in
a lot of field goals. He won a lot of games. Yeah. Towards that 7. Not just defense, but he won a lot of games toward that 7. As a matter of fact, for those who don't know, Adam Vinatieri was on the Patriots team that went when Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, the 01 team. Was that 01? No one. That's he was on that first.
97 against Green Bay.
Oh yeah.
97, 98.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he was on that squad. So that
Mm-hmm.
squad was making
It was
waves.
building. Yeah.
So shout out to Bledsoe. Cause man,
Watching somebody else drive your car.
watch somebody else drive your car. I forgot the dude's name. I can look him up. But the dude that hit Bledsoe that year,
Mo Lewis, that man.
Oh, Lewis.
That man, he has. It's something that you got to do for him because he changed football for 20 years.
He deserves some kind of. He definitely deserves a ring for 01, at least. He definitely deserves a ring for 01. Shout out to Mo Lewis. Change the game, man. Change the game. Yeah. Now,
I like to see. I'm looking forward to because as far as Craig's speech, I'm looking forward to it because a lot of times when you see the guys who've been waiting forever and they finally get in, you hear a lot more. You hear a lot of emotion, a lot of gratitude, and it's and some relief. Like, man, I didn't think it would ever happen, or I thought I might have been going in posthumously. And so I'm be interested in hearing his.
Didn't if I'm not mistaken, weren't you saying like numerically he wasn't?
Yeah.
But he was one of those playoff guys.
Yeah, he was one of those guys who his numbers don't reflect what he did. Because if you go back, if you look at his stats, and everybody knows we aren't stats guys, but stats do play into things. Right. If you look at his rushing total, if you look at his total touchdown number, if you look at his yards per game rushing, it's not something that you say, hey, this guy needs to go into the hall, but he's got 3 rings and he was a major contributing factor to not just winning those Super Bowls, but also getting that team. He was the engine as far as the running game goes for those titles. So again, 56 yards a game rushing for your career is not Hall of Fame worthy, but you have to look at his total game and how he was used. So that's my thing with him. But again, you could use his numbers to put him in if you want to, and you could also use those same numbers to keep him from going in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, and I think Luke Kuechly is gonna probably go first because other than Panthers and diehard linebacker guys, I don't think there's gonna be a whole bunch of. Oh man, so glad to see Luke.
Luke might bring some linebackers out to represent for his style of play because he's one of those. He made it in off the hard work he did. Definitely a shorter career than what we like, but the time frame.
Very smart guy. Very dominant. Yeah.
Very dominant. He definitely was a machine, to say the least.
It's just that. Yeah, those concussions got to him. But
always in on the tackle.
Yeah, I put him in the same category as Peter. Well, not Peter. As Willis.
Patrick Willis.
Patrick Willis. Yeah, I want to say Peter Tom Willis, but that ain't him.
Right.
Patrick Willis, who was always in on the tackle, excellent player, but injuries stopped him from having the long career that you thought he was going to have.
Yeah. Kuechly didn't make a lot of business decisions, man. He sticks his head in there.
Yeah.
Go get it. He definitely would go get it, man. And I'm going to segue. I mentioned Cleveland. And I just want to touch on something right quick because he didn't go back to Cleveland. He went to Philadelphia. And we're talking about LeBron James. Now, everybody knows that this is some old news, but I kind of want to touch on another variation of this because he's getting a whole lot of flack for being a ring chaser. I don't think that's what it is. To a degree, he could end up with a ring. I think he's a legacy chaser. And what I mean by that is we just saw the New York Knicks win a title. And they hadn't won a title for an NBA title for 52 years.
50 years, yeah.
And they are not second, but it's been a long run. I'm going to say like 42 years since Philadelphia 76ers have won a title. And I will say that the Philadelphia Eagles are still the number one team in town. I'm going to all your food delivery needs. Make sure you go to Light Snack. That's LYTE snack.com. And make sure for all your deliveries, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you visit Light Snack and they'll deliver it right to your door. And make sure when you get those deliveries, make sure you're ordering those Magic City wings. And remember, their motto, don't forget to lick the sauce. Now,
all brakes, no gas.
All brakes, no gas. They get behind those.
All gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes, yeah. They get behind them, and I'm telling you, man, it's like if they can make a run and he can be a part of this 43-year drought, 43-year drought, I believe it'll be now. That would be something for him, because redemption in Cleveland, bringing them a championship first. He gets a championship with a legendary team.
And Lakers,
like
yeah.
The Lakers, wearing that jersey. Go over to Philly. If he can pull it off. Can't exclude Miami, even though he wasn't the first to win the championship in Miami, but he definitely brought some energy back. And they remember him now, so I think he's a legacy chaser.
Yeah. I can see that. Legacy and also a ring, because he does want to win another ring.
Yeah, he wants to win another ring.
Yeah.
It's just the stories that he is developing. Not that he needs one.
Right. I do think as far as legacy, he might not say it, but I think in the back of his mind or with his closest people, he might admit, hey, I need to do something to catch Mike. I might not get the 6 rings, but if I can get another ring with another franchise, I got 3 championships, 3 teams that lead to a championship. That's going to give me something that he didn't do, because when he went to the Bullets, it was, it was bad. So he can say, hey, I did this. I did help turn around 3 different franchises.
Yeah, and he grabs the attention of arguments from some nice markets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Miami gonna argue for him. LA might not argue for him, but it's a lot that won't argue against him.
Yeah.
Philly is a great market if he were to pull off a win to create an argument with, because shout out to those Philadelphia people. They like to argue.
Yeah.
And he gets in conversations like, who was the best Miami Heat player ever? A lot of people gonna say LeBron. A lot of people will say, nah, it's D Wade, Alonzo, Shaq. Well, Shaq wasn't doing this when he was there, blah, blah, blah. But the situation is LeBron's name just is going to ring so loud, it's going to say, they weren't better than LeBron.
Right.
Then you go to LA. He's not going to be a top 3 player LA history.
But because jersey will be in the rafters.
But they're going to acknowledge his 23 because he's LeBron, and LeBron's jersey and his legacy allows him that. Of course, Cleveland is a slam dunk, and there's nobody to argue with. Then you go over to Philly. You got legends. You got he could do it. He gonna put his name up. Iverson, Dr. J, Andrew Toney. You know,
So
Moses Malone. Like they're gonna. His name is just gonna be synonymous with so many legends in these markets. And his name is LeBron. His argument gets, if the LeBron fans know how to argue for him, because a lot of them don't, it gets better.
Yeah. Now we know his jersey's gonna be in the rafters in LA and in Cleveland, and I would say in Miami also. Now
he was 6.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because 23 got retired for Jordan by Riley. But go ahead.
Yeah. So now if he's got I think he signed 1 year with Philly, and he's got a second option year. So if over the course of this season, and if he comes back next season, if he wins a championship, either one of those years, or even if he wins one, helps them win one this year, and then steps away, does his jersey go in the rafters?
Well, I think he's going all out, big dog this year. I think he's going out big dog. If he go out big dog, give it all he has, he's going to do his walk. I'm not in his head, but I don't think it's going to matter to him to get a back-to-back, retired champion. He's going to do his walk the next season. He's going to opt in, probably opt out and do his walk out of Cleveland.
So you think so you think 1 year or 2 years, 1 year or 2 years is good enough for him to get his jersey hung up in Philly also, if there's a championship?
Oh, yeah, with a championship?
Yeah, with a championship, because his jersey is already going to be up in
He
3
get
other
that
places.
at you.
Yeah, so I mean that.
Oh yeah,
so that will be a legacy that nobody else has.
Oh yeah,
and I don't think you will see anybody else ever match that. 4 jerseys in the rafters at 4 different places.
In 2 years, if he get a championship, and in that 2-year run, he's probably going to reach the 50,000 points mark.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna do his walk, and he might play around with it because he's in great shape. He might do his walk, play 30 good games. You know, you might just play around. But I think he's going out. I think he's going all in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think he's gonna compromise what he need to compromise. He's gonna play what he need to play. Gonna let the young bucks do what they do. I don't think he's gonna get in the way. And try to do it this year.
Okay.
And then do his walk. Just take that whole next year and say, what's your argument now? I don't even care about 6.
Yeah, if he gets another one, it's gonna definitely give him a little more credit for people who are just dead set against saying he's the best or whatnot, or who have things to say negative about him.
He'll never be the best to a Generation X.
Yeah.
It's just embedded in Generation X. It's Jordan. It's just what it is. I'm not. So what?
Yeah.
Now, what creates the argument is Generation Nexters and everybody that argues for LeBron, because they're not as tough as us. They get mad and think we're dogging him out. And I'm not trying to get into that. When we won't give him his prop for being better than Jordan. We just won't. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? He did what he did. We respect it, but he's not our GOAT.
Yeah.
I think Generation X is we just dead set is what it is.
I think
Except
that right there is part of each generation's mindset or whatnot. This is what I saw firsthand. Nobody's better than that, because you talk to our fathers. Most of them will tell you there's never been a better running back than Jim Brown. I don't care what you say.
period.
Ain't nobody better than Jim. It's like, well, what about he couldn't do what Jim did? And say, what about Barry? I don't care all that jump running around and stuff. No. What about Emmett? The first argument. Well, look at his line, and he couldn't do what Jim did. You know, everybody from each generation has, like you said, has who they have as the GOAT, and that's because they saw them firsthand, and nothing before or nothing after will compare to it. You might say, yeah, he can play. Yeah, he's a bad boy, but he still ain't insert name.
I'm telling you, my dad and my uncle, shout out to my dad and my uncle Coleman, they be waving Jordan off. Kareem?
Yeah.
Oh, ain't nothing ever. No. Kareem? They ain't trying to hit me. They stuck. If they argue anybody other than Kareem, and that's tough, and in their generation, that's tough, they're gonna say Dr. J.
Yeah.
Who always get lost in he get lost in the conversation, you know. But yeah. Once it's embedded in you and it's stuck, it's up and it's stuck. Like the kids say, it's up and it's stuck.
And it's stuck. Yep.
It is up and it's stuck. Now, as we move into this second hour, man, I just want to make sure everybody knows. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. This is the No Jazz Show. You can find us on live, Kick, Twitch, TikTok, Facebook, lower caps, in our Facebook group, NoJASSS, No Jazz, and No Jazz Show, all caps, on the business page. Everything else, No Jazz Show on all those platforms. I want to get into this next order of business. It's happening.
What might that be?
Prime playing helicopter, Dad.
Yeah, man. Hey, but didn't we talk about it last year? Didn't we talk about it the year before last?
Going up. They didn't let him in the building. He got some friends. That was his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
My second year at Colorado. My first year without him. I'm gonna let y'all have that. Notice all the. You have to really be paying attention. You have to really be paying attention to Colorado to hear about what's going on in Colorado right now. That's why when I saw Prime at the field, I was like, "Oh, he." I'm here to let you know I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, some people, I've seen some analysts or whatnot say, hey, you know, what's the big deal? It's a dad coming to see his son practice. And I'm like, no, it's not just the dad. It's the head coach of a P5 who happens to be a Hall of Famer, whose son is there trying to win the starting position.
And everybody at practice.
Yeah.
Even the
now,
show.
It's one thing is if he was sitting in the stands watching. He was out on the field giving instructions to him. Nobody else's father comes to work with them in their office or wherever else and gives them instruction on how to do stuff. If you aren't working for the same company, I don't like it. I understand it, and hey, that's cool for outside of. No, I don't think it sets a good precedent, and the head coach, what's he gonna say? I mean, hey man, Deion, you know, we got this. I'm trying to tell you how to get the best out of him. That's my job. I'm the head coach. That's the OC. We got this. We have him here. We're gonna do whatever we can to get the best out of him. We're not gonna be calling you, hey man, hey Deion, Shadour seems a little down. It's like we can't get him motivated. What do we need to do? That's not gonna happen. So I'm not for that.
My pushback on the other dad's argument, and I get it, but other dads aren't prime.
Yeah,
You know that.
but yeah,
Other dads can't get on that field in the training camp. People for whom can't afford to go to a Cleveland game in the season, and that's when you go see your favorite player and get the autograph. Training camp. Also, Cleveland has some nice DBs, and if I'm a DB coach, and I could whisper in Prime's ear and say, "Just think about," and you know, he's everybody. He's not only Shadour's biological father. He, as great as Mel Blount was, as great as Lester Hayes was, as great as Mike Haynes was, as great as he gone but Night Train Lane, all of them, as great as they were, Prime is every DB's daddy and granddaddy. You know this. He is every DB's tree. He one of them. He one of them. He the main panther on the legacy tree. He is who he is. So you don't think he gonna come on now?
Yeah, I'm not. I can't have you interfering in my practice because, I mean, okay, what happens next? You decide to come back next time. Oh, Shadour, why did you do such and such? We do this on this play. Well, you know, my dad told. I don't want to hear a damn word about what your dad told you when you're doing something that this is the way we want it done, and especially if the way you did it didn't work. Now, if what you did worked, okay, cool, but I don't need him hovering around. I mean, granted, ideally he'll be gone in another week because next week or this week because he's
ready. Right.
Yeah, because he got Colorado, he got to get ready. But it just, I don't like it because we never saw Archie Manning on the field. And granted, these are two completely different, as far as, but you didn't see Archie on the field with his kids in college nor the pros.
And nobody was trying to be Archie either now.
Yeah, but still, I don't want you out there trying to not run my practice, but interjecting yourself into it. Now, if we're on a break or we walking off the field and you talking to them or whatnot, hey, cool. But I don't need you on the field while practice is going on. It's just because you basically sunning him because Deion's resume and his aura is going to override whatever Cleveland's head coach is. So
No,
I don't agree with him being there.
I don't believe that to be totally true. But what I will say is we have to give Shadour a chance to be a man because we don't know what he'll say. He might be mature enough to say, "Dad, now you know what we need to do to alleviate," because it's looking like the whispers are saying you are giving me a slight edge. I think I'm giving me this edge because I practiced all off season and I've done what I need to do. So What I need to do is, as Shadour, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Shadour his opportunity to stray away from his dad.
Yeah,
And
so you need to
not
cut the
allow
umbilical cord on the field. You need to cut the cord on the field. You can still be there in every way possible, but you don't need to be interjecting yourself during business hours. My business hours are 9 to 5.
Well, it's still training camp. It's still training camp.
But it's
That's
still work.
open.
Yeah.
And he got in there to support his son. He has a job to do, so we might not see that. But he was seen, and we know how people see that.
Yeah.
The perception. I just Prime is just like, it's even good for the NFL because we wouldn't know he was on the field unless the cameras weren't on him.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe how these women are always wanting you to go on an expensive date for the first date. Man, you better put her in the DVs, the date vault on the plug card. If she won't go Dutch, she can't mean that much.
For whatnot, but I don't need you on there. But like you said, he'll be gone because he's got his own team. He got
his own team to handle. I just, okay. I think we might have a issue and a point of reference. So you gotta let things play out. Well, I let things play out. You can do whatever you want to do. If he end up third string, and then you start jumping things. Why are you here? You know. So, and because I don't believe second on the depth chart is. I don't believe third on the depth chart is a reason for Prime to be down there. He probably should be handling his business in Colorado. I don't think second on the depth chart would make him, or warrant him doing what he does if that's what he does. Third, it might trigger. Cut.
Yeah, somebody getting cut or going to the practice.
Somebody getting cut.
Practice squad because they got 4 quarterbacks on the roster right now.
Oh yeah.
And the rookie, I can't remember his name now. Unless he's just horrible, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there because that is the one quarterback on the roster that the new coaching staff picked.
That's saying something.
Yeah. He's here because we want him here, not because he's a holdover. So we'll see how it works out.
Definitely do that. Now, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna stay in the AFC North. Shout out to South Florida. Zay Flowers got paid. Now, you laughing and giggling like they overpaid him. He don't get the market argument.
I mean, there's the market argument, but he's not, my opinion, my observation, not just his stats, but his not just his productivity, but what he does, and you compare him to the elite, he's not that. That's why I always say you need to start paying the position, paying the player and not the position, because JJ, Jamar, AJ, he's not in that category.
Nakua.
Yeah, Nakua. And dang, what's his name?
Njig. He's not even what my boy is in Houston.
Nico.
He's not a lot of people.
Yeah. So he wasn't worthy of that. Now, if you get your money, you get your money. I mean, I'm not despairing.
Mr. I didn't mean to cut y'all, but Mr. Why y'all in that man's pockets? You know him. You see him. He be typing, boy.
Yeah.
That boy be typing, boy. He be typing.
Yeah, I mean, if you get it, if you can get it,
More
by
power
all
to you.
means, get it. But from a football productivity standpoint, what you've been doing on the field and how good you are, from my eyes, he's not that kind of receiver. Now, will he be this year? Perhaps. But
No,
at this point, no.
no.
At this point, no. But
You can't tell me that Zay Flowers is the type of receiver, and this is not about the money. But
yeah, we just talked about
convince me
ability.
the ability. You can't convince me that Lamar Jackson can be 70% and Zay Flowers can make him look 95. Zay Flowers not that type of receiver.
He's not. I again pay the player, not the position, because
The player, not the position.
I don't think there's, other than a diehard Ravens fan, there's not a single person in the free world who's going to say Zay Flowers is the best or second best receiver in the league.
Because they can't.
Right.
But his pay is like what, fifth?
I think he's like, I want to say he's third. JJ, Jamar,
And then Zay.
and JSN.
JSN.
Yeah. He's not that. More power to him and the Ravens. I can't say believe I said that.
The Ravens don't even run that. The Ravens don't even run that type of offense.
Maybe with the new coach, maybe that's what they're gonna be doing.
No.
Yeah, I can't pay. Yeah, I can't pay you that way. I'm sorry. I don't think that was something they should have done.
That was, I don't know. Hey, like I said, you pay a player that type of money when he can make your quarterback and say, I ain't got it today. Handle that for me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there were days Patrick Mahomes didn't have it, but we don't know it because Tyreek Hill had it for him. I'm pretty sure there were days Big Ben didn't have it.
AB said, "I got you."
I'm being petty now. I just wanted to mention the AB, Zay Flowers thing. I'm being petty now, but honestly, this is true.
Yeah. You need a guy. If you're paying them that kind of money, that guy should be an eraser. Meaning, like you said, your quarterback doesn't have that day. Your quarterback throws bad passes that's still completed because
we can't get the run off today. Hey,
man, that's a horrible. He's throwing the ball bad today, but he's still making these catches. That ain't Zay.
No, he ain't that dude. He ain't that dude. He is not that dude. I mean, hey, shout out to him and his family.
This is Zay when he got that contract and they got the numbers.
Right.
Did you read it, man? I ain't got time to read. I'm going to sign this before they realize they put these numbers in here.
Yeah. The ATM machine just started spitting out money. You don't know what to do. Then you find out the camera wasn't on. Oh my God.
Yeah, man. Hey, they throwing the money. They throwing it around. Again, we're not disparaging him getting paid. We're talking about as far as the player himself.
We don't, hey, you can send that disclaimer out to your blue in the face. You can send that disclaimer out to your blue in your shirt. Mister, why are you in that man's pocket is going to be typing. And he going to say what he need to say because that's just him. I can't believe y'all always be counting another man money. Oh my God. We counting his yards. We counting his activity.
And truthfully, if truth be told, when they put your money out there and let you know how much person getting paid, you're gonna count it and you're gonna see, hey, is he worth this or not? Nobody's putting what I make out, because what I do, it's not something that everybody else is gonna be concerned with.
Absolutely. Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you think the Ravens offense would be better if they put Jake Paul in the slot?
Hell no.
Everybody heard Jake Paul going in with Ron Clark. And you know what? That's first of all, I just need to say this, man. I'm all for entertainment. Because that's all it was entertainment. He understands how to get that hashtag, get people going. You know, and for him to say what he said, and I believe everybody on the panel listening to him talk knew he was just, but he knew how to keep that straight face, look like he's serious. I go to the gym, I'm a boxer. You're not gonna argue with me. You're not gonna get that hype with me because I may get up. No one cares if you get up.
Yeah.
But Jake,
what sounded crazy was when he talking about, I bench more than y'all. Well, you talking about a whole bunch of men in their 40s who aren't training like that. Second, I'm faster than y'all. You 29. These dudes 45 and up. You better be faster than them. What I mean, that man. And he's talking about
Ryan and Channing were I'm glad Debo wasn't there. But Ryan and Channing, they were like in their head, and I know they were. They went back 15, 20 years to this time frame of them getting ready for camp. Okay. He talking all that noise, and in their mind, they were hoping he was on the schedule. They were hoping he was at practice, so they could teach him a lesson, but they can't. But I know they thought about it because a defensive guy, an NFL player, loves you to talk that noise. A professional athlete, talk that noise. Okay, we will meet. And see, that's why you're talking. You're talking like that because you know it can't happen.
Right. And then the fact that he was saying all that, and he's talking, but we're talking about a guy who, I did this, and I became a fighter. The two professional fighters that he fought, he lost to. Everybody else was a tomato can. They were props. He lost to Anthony Joshua, and he lost to the other guy who's not even remotely ranked. And he
would have lost to Tommy Morrison. He would have lost the Jelly Bean. What was his name with the big belly?
Oh, yeah, Jelly Bean. Butterball. Butterbean.
He would have lost the Butterbean. Like, I'm not gonna say Tommy Morrison because he did win a belt, was a prop fighter, but he kind of was a prop fighter. He would have lost to prop fighters back in the days, man. Like, and I ain't saying a young man can't fight. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he's shown already he can't beat professional fighters.
He's an entertainer.
He can't. Yeah.
He can't be a lighter professional fighter.
Yeah. He can't be, and he didn't make that argument saying, hey, Le'Veon Bell, let's get in the ring. Because Le'Veon's been boxing.
Wanted some of that.
Yeah. But he's not gonna fight anybody that's not gonna draw and put and bend.
And I understand that because
he put $1 million out for any active player.
Yeah.
No active player in their right mind is going to get in there and fight. Look, I got a real job. I don't have time to be moonlighting doing an exhibition fight. I'm trying to get in and stay in the NFL. I'm not wasting my time with you, especially for a damn $1 million. It's going to be $500,000 after taxes.
Right. And I don't even know if it's worth it to him. What was it? Jaw got broke?
Man, his face got broke.
Oh, hey. And he said it didn't hurt. He said it didn't feel it.
I can believe that. I can believe,
You believe he said
dude,
it, you believe he didn't feel it.
I can believe he didn't feel it because it knocked the damn nerves, put his nerves to sleep.
Yeah, that's
I
not
didn't
the
feel the nerves. I didn't feel the nerves.
man.
And yeah, but
He
and
felt it
then
though. He felt it
yeah,
later on.
yeah, and allegedly he's saying, I'm saying allegedly, he claimed it, but we know this ain't happening. Talking about some NFL teams have reached out to him about interest. Ain't nobody reaching out to some 29-year-old who had never played college ball, who didn't even play semi-pro ball, who played a year in high school, saying, hey, you want to come and play? You want a shot?
You know what he want? I'm gonna tell you what he want.
Promo. And to be able to say, I did it.
That young man, him and his brother, but him more. That young man saw that potential Pat McAfee check.
Yeah.
Let me go make a presence on all of these other little sports platforms so I can say I do this and get out of boxing. He probably gonna have another one on another platform. How tall is he? 6'4"?
I thought it was like 6'1".
Okay. He's above the average man.
Yeah.
6. Probably gonna get in there with that mess on some kind of NBA platform. Start talking. Just so he can maneuver his way into every sport and
say, hey, y'all need to put me
that
on
platform.
ESPN.
He got the ratings. ESPN. Let's be real. It's not about sports anymore. It's about ratings.
Ratings, yeah.
They will desperately invite him. He gets it. He get to doing what he does and articulate it. All it takes is repetition. I'm gonna invite you in. If Lil Wayne can get in, I'm gonna invite you in a few times. Just come here on Fridays.
Yeah.
Come here on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen.
He know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He understands his plan, and I'm not mad at his plan. Now, you had this thing. Was Rodgers right to call ESPN for not addressing Verbio? I'm gonna just say that, man. Who?
Russini?
Russini.
Yeah.
What's going on in that situation, man?
Aaron Rodgers basically said, and he did on Pat McAfee's show. He said, your station, ESPN, Diana Russini, a former reporter with y'all, supposedly messing around with the head coach, and y'all didn't say nothing. Y'all didn't cover it. But y'all, every time something happens in one of our lives, y'all blast everything out there. But she's sports are related. She's a reporter. He's a head coach. And y'all just deaded the story. Y'all didn't go into it or anything. And we still don't know what happened with it because nobody's covering. Nobody's covering. We don't know. We know Vrabel missed one day of the draft because he was working on his family. Oh, I guess it was a marathon counseling session.
Right.
But there's been nothing else said about it. There's nobody saying, hey, well, personal conduct, so there's a chance we might have to punish you. Nothing. And she doesn't have a job right now. So the fact that they let that grape die on the vine is the problem. That's what Rodgers was bringing up, because y'all don't do that with NFL players or with professional athletes. If something happens, y'all just let it go. Like Tony Romo, that came and went. We don't know what's going on with that anymore. Nobody's saying anything. They released the video, and that was it. And it's a double standard. I mean, it's in the realm of sports. Even though it's not an athlete, it's somebody who covers sports and who is deeply embedded in the fabric in the game. Report it. You want to report mess on other people, report her mess, report his mess, and not that you want to get it turned into a gossip session. But if you're gonna talk about other people, and this not even people with criminal offenses, but if you're gonna talk about an athlete who's got 8 kids by 7 women, let's talk about when Russini is allegedly, heing and sheeing with a married man, and she married herself.
And she married herself. I'm glad they put it out there though, because to this degree, people who look like me and you always get this stuff.
Yeah.
So, I as minimal and little as it is, and to me petty.
Yeah, it's petty, but
it need to be known. You know what I'm saying? Hey, them boys, they move very free.
Yeah, and you see Mike Shanahan, his situation, he let that 21-year-old girl take the blame for the accident. Now some other stuff's come out. Now he's admitting that it was his fault.
Is it? See?
Ugh, this is taking forever. Yeah, I can't figure out who owes what. Wait, what's this? The plug card? Instantly?
Yes.
No more chasing money.
Yeah, so I mean, when you're in that realm of entertainment, sports, or whatnot, if you're gonna report on part of the population that's involved in that, you need to report on the entire population. That's it.
All demographics.
Yeah. Exactly.
All demographics. Now, I say this one for last, since we're talking about all demographics. Let me read this off to you. This is crazy to me, but it's just just the logic. Social media users, not sports fans, not WNBA fans, not basketball fans, not core fans, social media users are calling for a WNBA team. Did they call social media out for Sam? It's kind of a different story, but it's the same. Social media out there for Sam?
Yeah.
Did he get the backing? I think he probably did.
No.
He did.
He got a little.
But the shield was still strong enough to. We're gonna go ahead and let you do what you do, but we know what we about to do. But anyway, social media users are calling on a WNBA team to sign a transgender French basketball player, Julie Titart. It's really Julie, but it's French, so I'm gonna say Julie Titart, who averages 21 points per game. First of all, does that matter? All right. Titart came out as a trans in 2021 and is, check this out, a 6'3" machine, averaging 20 rebounds per game. All right, first of all, let me tell you something. They have created the trailer for Joanna Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they went to the rebounds, shout out to my boy, Dog, Hall of Famer. But they really put Dennis Rodman in a wedding dress. And they trying to make us believe that this, you know what? Let me do something. Let me do something right quick. I need to get this right. Definition of transgender. Transgender is an adjective used to describe people whose internal gender identity differs from the sex they were assigned at birth. So this man I got one for you. What ball does he use?
Valid point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At birth and lives as a woman is a transgender woman. I am currently hold on, what's the name of the show on ESPN?
Yeah.
With Stephen A. Smith.
First take.
My bad, Stephen A. I am currently the host of First Take. I am the highest paid sports commentator in the United States, probably the world, definitely on ESPN. Me, I am, because I choose to live internally like that. I can be whatever I want to be, correct?
Yeah, that's what Nas said.
Hey. But this man who was born with one mic, you ain't see what I did there.
I see.
Has decided I'm a woman, he's a woman, and I'm out here dogging women out, and I need to be in the WNBA. I got a question. Should Scotty have made it to the NBA?
Scotty.
Yeah. Scotty Teen Wolf. Hey,
nah.
Teen Wolf could have came straight out of high school, right?
Yeah.
Would they let him play?
Nope. This is that. Well, with him, there would have been not just this is men, but we don't allow animals in.
Hey.
But you're not this, so you can't do this. You can do it. And something for
that
you.
walks on 2 feet. Scotty walked on 2 feet. Scotty was technically a dog, right? A wolf.
Yeah. Wolf,
Scotty
yeah.
couldn't identify as a man and say, I need to be in the NBA.
And then he would have had to wolf out so that he could actually perform. And yeah, I mean, it makes sense. My thing is outside of all the other stuff. Juliet, whatever, is 36 years old. Who is going out and trying to sign a 36-year-old rookie? That's a rookie coming to the WNBA.
That's true. Now we like, oh, you old, and that should be their excuse. We wouldn't. You too old.
Yeah, you too old to start this. If you had been playing, not because you've been playing overseas, but you've been playing here, and you want to try, you want a shot. Okay, yeah, we. If you were already on the roster, but nobody's going out and getting 36 years old is old in every sport except for golf.
Hold on, though. How old was Cynthia Cooper when the WNBA started? Uh-oh.
She was 34, 36, wasn't she?
34. We might lose that one. We might lose that one in court. But she's a woman.
34? Yeah, 34 and 36 is different. And this Cynthia Cooper had been playing. We don't know anything about this person. this person playing over there. We don't that competition. We don't know about that competition, or any other players from that league come over and played in the WNBA, and not only played, but had they been successful, had they been any good, that might be the equivalent of a dang rec league. So yeah, so no, you and I looked up. I was trying to say, okay, how long had this person been trans? And it said since 21. So you decided 5 years ago. Yeah,
Basketball, not sport.
Yeah, and that's what I want to know. Were you playing as a male before that, or did you all of a sudden decide you wanted? Hey, I always wanted to play. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this done, and I think I can still play. I just play with the women. Is that what you did? What did you do as a male basketball
Why
player?
does he? There's a woman. This is funny. There's a woman that's going to feel like, and this has been said a few times. There's a woman that feels like she's good enough to play in the NBA. Why doesn't this transgender French person feel like they're good enough to be the
play
first
again? Yeah,
transgender to play in the NBA? Because you're not. Competition won't let you do it. So now I have to ask the question too. I don't know if you saw it, but I made a post.
I saw it.
1988,
Mm-hmm.
10:09, Flojo. Record been standing now 34 years.
34, almost 40 years. Yeah,
Almost 40 years. Oh, a little bit more than that now, huh? 36,
yeah.
38 years. 38 years. About 38 years. Almost 40, right? 1,000 high school boys. High school. Have run 10:09. It's the women's world record. 1,000 high school boys. So what you're saying is that freshman, I'm gonna say we're gonna just say all of them run a 10:09, 12th grade. By the time they get to freshman track in college, get coached up, that 10:09 definitely dropping 10:42.
10-2.
10:2.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. I identify as a woman, and now I'm world-class female sprinter.
Now I've beaten Flojo's record.
And I'm about to go out here and beat Flojo's record.
Now, I looked this up also. There has been the fastest time for a woman since then. Well, it was a high school has been, and the woman has been the 100 meters. Has been a 10:8. A 10:8 was the fastest. A 10:8. That tells you the difference between a male athlete and a female athlete.
I tell you the difference. And before anyone comes at us sideways, because the difference between a male and a female is y'all be listening different. So let me make sure we know we're not talking about females. We're trying to protect your sport. We're not condescending you. We're not diminishing what you do. We're not diminishing high school players can run a 10:09. This is not that argument.
Yeah, not at all.
What we're saying is if a man decides that he wants to be allowed to run with women and dominate women, that's not fair to you.
Right.
I don't even think it's fair to men and women if you separate and have an all transgender meet or competition, league, whatever because it's still gonna be dominated by men. The woman who changing into the man still ain't gonna be able to compete. So it's gonna be an all male league to a degree.
Yeah, and I'm not looking.
No, it's gonna be an all woman. It's gonna be an all man change to a woman because the woman. Oh Lord,
it's gonna be a mashup. That's what it is. I was looking. I said, well, let me see how long does it take after you go through that assignment and all of that. All right, it takes 6 months for a woman. It takes 6 months for the trans woman's testosterone level to get down to that of a normal woman. It takes up to a year for them to lose enough muscle mass that you might say, but we're talking about normal, regular people, meaning these aren't athletes. The athlete is going to retain that muscle mass or most of it, even though their testosterone is down, because they've already built up that. They bulked up to that. They aren't going to just all of a sudden just lose all this weight. So, and they're still going to have their strength. So they're still at an advantage. It still places them at an advantage.
So do women who identify as women playing in women's sports, and we know they work out, stay in shape, do they have higher levels of estrogen than normal women, or do they have?
They have higher. So some of them have higher levels. Some of them have slightly higher levels of testosterone. There was one woman. She was from Africa. She was banned from the Olympics because they thought she was juicing, but she's got years worth of tests, and she's got a condition that her body produces more testosterone than the average woman. And they gave her an advantage, but they thought that she was juicing, but she wasn't. Bottom line is, and people will come at us and say, oh, it ain't right, this, that, and the other. But I just don't think that trans women should be competing with normal women, with biological women
at all,
and especially in certain sports. I don't want a trans woman fighting my daughter in the boxing ring, and she got the strength of me.
Right.
You know, I just don't. And we all know, because some people have gone and they're always talking about, but there's not as many. I think they say it's less than 4,000 transgender athletes in different, in high school and in college. So it's less than that. So it's not like it's an epidemic where they all over the place. But once you open that door and you got some people who kind of feel like, man, I think I would do a whole lot better competing if I was this, and I'm fine with being something else because they might already be homosexual. So what's the big deal with changing into what you look like you'd be interested in? But yeah, I don't think that they need to be doing
it. And I want to get some context on that number. That's still high.
Yeah, I mean,
it's only 4,000 transgender athletes. There's only 450 roster spots on the NBA in the NBA league. So you can still dissect from that number and have an influx of people to go in and dominate a full WNBA league if they choose to do so. Because I'm pretty sure it's not 450 roster spots in the WNBA, probably 300.
Yeah, and there's a reason why. There's a reason why you don't see women going out for college sports or professional sports. That you don't see the women who are playing in the IWFL. They aren't saying I want a shot in the NFL because they know it's just not going to work.
Man, even it's a woman out there could play kicker. No, she can't. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if a woman is the starting kicker on your high school football team. Say this girl plays soccer very well. She can kick that ball. You know what I'm going to do as a coach? I'm going to send my gunner.
Yeah.
Right at her. Can I do an onside kick? Probably not.
Yeah. There's
Kicker
certain things.
don't run off the field when they kick the ball. He's one of your
Right.
11.
Mm-hmm.
They got to go down there and participate in making a tackle.
Yeah.
E.g. argument. So
yeah.
I'm gonna stick you because if I can make you lose a kicker, men are thinking about that when the boys on the field.
Yeah.
I'm trying to play.
Yeah, and we're competing. Either I'm trying to get a scholarship, and this person is out going to take mine away, or this person is out here trying to take my job as a professional. I'm gonna make sure I do better than they do. I'm gonna do my job. I don't think that this is one of those situations where you have to do, or you can do a separate but equal. Y'all got y'all own league, and y'all can compete against each other. Just like we got women's league, we got men's league. We got a league just for y'all, and y'all can compete. Now, for exhibition and for entertainment or whatever, or for fundraising, you can mix it and have them play against another league in a game, for exhibition or whatever, or fundraising. But day in, day out, game in, game out, no, you need to be with your own kind in that aspect. Yeah.
Also, the closest thing we're gonna get to that is mixed match tennis or something.
Yeah.
Some exhibition 2-on-2. But I have a question about what you're saying. If my body produces testosterone naturally, is that considered a performance enhancement drug when that man gets, or should that be considered a performance enhancement drug?
Well, it goes down to normal levels. Like for trans, them testosterone levels goes down to a normal woman or to a biological woman. So they don't still
developing.
Yeah. But they're taking shots. But they're taking shots though, as far as giving them more estrogen to increase their estrogen. Yeah.
Same thing with the woman that want to be a man.
Yeah. You're decreasing the estrogen and pumping up testosterone. Yeah.
To change your body.
Yeah.
But Aunt Lil and Inky, boy, y'all, boy.
Yeah, man.
Y'all trying to do the most.
Yeah. And the first thing that crossed my mind when I saw it was, I said, okay, how old is this person? Because the first thing I'm looking at is how old is anybody when they come in saying they want to do something? Okay, you already 36. You're going to probably be done at 37 or 38.
You know what, though? Let me tell you something. I don't know his original name. John might be 36. Julie might be 15. They might be counting when they decided to do that as their birth. Then they're gonna come with that argument. Yeah. I'm serious. Like it's
but you
I know some. I shouldn't say I know some, but we living in that age.
Yeah.
I know some 8-year-old grown men that started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can't. It's also, you want to join you want to play in the WNBA. You have to be extended the opportunity. It's not the same. Sports is not the same as a corporate job where you just say fill out the application because you want to. No, they have to want you.
Now, see that part right there? Like, that's where women and the liberal side, the entitlement come in. And what I mean by that, because I don't like to compare slavery with what the LGBT community is going through, because I don't like to do that. But what I am paralleling is black people didn't tell Bricky in the Major League Baseball, y'all need to let us in y'all league.
Right.
They looked at Jackie Robinson and said, we want us a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't. No one marched. No one got on. See, that's where they be getting it twisted. Like,
yeah, sports is exclusive in the aspect that they have to say, hey, we want you to come here. We think you have what it takes, so we're gonna draft you, or we're gonna offer you a free agent tryout. If they don't come knocking, ain't no door for you.
Yeah, because I saw the lady say, I thought it was the stupidest argument, and she set them back years. The coach, yeah, I felt like this thing is crazy because I feel like she should play because I knew what they were doing and how I felt when they discriminated against Asians. First of all, to play in college, I don't know how tall you are, but that was what your discrimination was. Your discrimination was probably your height. It had nothing to do with you being Asian. Stop it. Had nothing to do with you being an Asian woman. We looked at you and we looked at your size and your stature and said, I don't know if she'll be able to compete. Everybody go through that. Because the size and speed is a sports thing. Everybody go through that. That's not discriminatory. I mean, it's a level of discrimination because we want the best of the best of the best.
That's like That's like saying you didn't being discriminated against because you were decent or sub decent as a player in high school, and nobody offered you a scholarship because they discriminated against me. Well, why you say that? Well, because nobody offered me a scholarship. You was a no chip. You was a no star. Why is anybody offering you a scholarship?
Yeah.
Well, I did. I played in high school. Were you a star? Were you a star first of all? Are you at least at the size of someone that they could work with? No, I'm 5'3", 120 pounds. What the hell makes you think you're gonna be a quarterback?
I guarantee you. Like I'm gonna say this first, but remember the twins, Shakir and Shaquille. I think they were named from St. Pete. I think both of them made it in the league, but when the other twin who had a handicap, when the hand became a disadvantage,
yeah,
they didn't discriminate against the handicap.
Yeah, you just weren't good enough.
That became something that that's strategy.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, there is a blind man who can run a 4.4. Bitchuous one. Somewhere in this world, there's a blind man who can run a 4.4. 175 pounds, 6 feet, but he blind. If I discriminate against you and say, I feel like I can play cornerback, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. Y'all discriminate against the blind. Come on now.
No, you don't have what's necessary in order to play this game at the level of which you would need to be able to do it. You don't have what it takes to do it. Unfortunately, you weren't born with the ability to see so that you could do this particular job.
And we're not going to let you put on Cyclops glasses so you can play, because that's an advantage. That's just You can't. Sports is that area where y'all got to stop trying to entitle yourselves to playing a game.
Exactly.
Playing a
You
league.
want to play, but if you aren't deemed good enough to play, too bad. I mean, it's just life. That's just the way it goes. Sports is not, in some aspects, in some areas, is not the real world. That's why when guys retire and they talk about coming out to the real world, it was
Coming
different.
to the real world, right? I've been given everything. I've been entitled. I've never had anybody stop me from doing anything because of my athletic skill, ability, and talents.
I had a schedule set for me by coaches the whole time. I didn't have to do anything. They'd say, "Hey, this is what we're gonna be doing on this day at this time. You just make sure you're there, and you regimented. Now you're out in the real world. You're like, dang." And let's say you weren't.
I got to think for myself.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to get up at 5:30 to be at this place by 8, and they want me to do this every day and stay for 8 hours? What you mean I get an hour for lunch? Or I get 30 minutes for lunch? What
Now,
you mean?
there are some. Now I won't say the NBA like that, but football, they have regular. It's still not a regular job though.
Yeah.
They have 8-hour shifts, 10 hours, but it's still not a regular.
Yeah. Well, I was drunk. Why didn't y'all send? Why didn't I call the office for y'all to send me a Uber to get me home? No, we don't do that. You're supposed to use your money to do that. Well, when I was an athlete, all I had to do was call the league office, and they would send the Uber for me. Well, this ain't that. Yeah.
Hey, in the words of Devin Miles, I'm not his father. One band, one sound.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So yeah, they need to find something else to do, something else to complain about.
Got to find something else to complain about. All right. So before anybody complains at us, thank you for joining us, man. We have taken up about 2 of your hours, and thank you all for coming out. We are at the 154 mark. I just want to let everybody know, please make sure you follow us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Join our Facebook page. Like, subscribe, share, comment, Instagram, NoJASSSHOW. I mean, the No Jazz Show. I got that wrong the first time. You can find us on Twitch. We are also on Kick, on our TikTok No Jazz Show, NoJASSSHOW. All these platforms. Now, like we do at this time, you have any last words, Tank?
Yeah, I got some last words. Talk about one of my favorite positions, my favorite position on the field. And I said it last year, and I said the year before last, and I think we're seeing it again. The running back position is making a comeback for those special backs, the featured backs, the guys who are not just your regular, where I can rush and give you 1,002 yards. We're talking about guys who can put up 13, 14, 1,500 and up. I'm glad to see that the Falcons took my advice, signed Bijan Robinson to a 3-year extension with it that included $51 million guaranteed, and if he meets his incentives, it can be up to $75 million. Without the incentives, it's $66 million. And the thing that was smart for the Falcons was he still had 2 years left on his deal. So you got those 3 years. He's only 23. He'll be 28, still in his prime, and be able to get another deal by then. You saved yourself some money, because if he continues on this pace that he's on, in another 2 years, his original deal would have been up. Then you would have had to franchise him. Then you would have, and he keeps on that production, which I expect him to do because he's actually one of those special backs.
Pretty good.
You wind up having to pay him more than what you're paying him now. what these teams need to do, especially for these backs, the elite backs, the ones not who just think that they're real good, but the ones who are. Go ahead and pay them after 3 years of the kind of productivity that you were hoping they would give you, especially because he's really outperformed his contract anyway. Go ahead and pay these guys. It saves you money in the long run because you already got them wrapped up. And then before they're 30, they're 27 to 28, they got enough juice left in the tank that you can sign them again. The Detroit Lions, you're on the clock. You need to offer the same deal to Jamar Gibbs. The same, or if it's one of those things where I want to be the highest paid, all right, here go extra $1. Go ahead and do it. Sign these running backs. Sign them early when they've outperformed their rookie deal. Keep them locked up longer. It saves you money in the long term. I'm not talking about James Jones. No offense. I'm not talking about the Alvin Kamara and somebody. Alvin Kamara ain't never rushed for 1,000 yards.
It was when they did it, but yeah. You're not talking
he ain't
about
never even rushed for 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about elite backs who can carry a team, carry an offense. And especially for the Falcons, you're going to need Bijan to carry that offense this year because you got 2 injury-prone quarterbacks and you can just sign Cooper Rush. So there's a good chance that y'all going to play 3 quarterbacks this year. You're going to need Bijan to be doing what he does. So that's my final word. Pay these running backs. Be strategic about it. Pay them early, and you get more out of them, and it winds up saving you money in the long term.
That's awesome, man. Straight up. Shout out to Bijan, and shout out to whatever the Atlanta Falcons are going to do. Now, I want to get out of here on time, so I'm going to keep mine very short and to the point. Men, legitimize your kids. Get some real visitation rights because you don't need to be a parent out here feeling like you got to ask your baby mama to take her child, to take your son to Kentucky. Shayla, you was wrong for doing that to Ant. You was wrong for going up in that girl mama birthday party or commemorative celebration with all that mess. Fellas, legitimize your kids. Don't let these women come around here with their own laws out their head and they skip laws telling you how to take care of your kids. And Ant, for you to make $20 million, you dumb as I don't know what.
We're gonna have to hit refresh on that 1 week.
And that's my final. I know, right? And that's my final word. This has been the NoJASS Show. Stop laughing for 2 seconds. Do what you always do at this time.
See you next week.
Yes, indeed. Hilarious.
All that stuff is Shayla doing and Aunt still paying the rent.
And still paying the rent. Well, that joker weak as I don't know what. And when in there talking about, oh, you don't know me. I'll pay that rent because that's just like a parking ticket to me. Boy, don't nobody want to pay parking tickets.
You're going to see him grabbing his chest again.
Yeah, exactly. Joker be tripping, man. He be cutting up, boy. Good God Almighty, man. For real.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are out of here, man.